fantasy draft to run.
Oh my God.
What? What do you oh my God?
Cause sports.
Just that time of year.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. Sorry.
I mean, sports is fine. It's the other stuff, man. The
Okay.
fantasy leagues and
Hold your thoughts. We'll talk. I always every year. I love having this discussion every year. This is one of my favorite discussions every year to have. Okay, Grumpy Old Men After Dark number 74. 3, 2, 1. Gaming After Dark is brought to you by... Oh no, they're no longer sponsors. Oh no, wrong intro. Sorry.
If you would like to sponsor the show, please send check or money order to...
I'll even take a ham. I will even
right.
just take a ham at this
Check,
point.
money order, or pork product.
Pork product is good.
so fancy.
She didn't like that.
Oh,
We are
I don't
welcoming
blame her.
2 new members.
She doesn't want me singing the song of the summer.
Oh.
It is official.
Is it? Who decreed that? Was it Adam Curry?
No.
It was Billboard.
Billboards did.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a horrible, horrible song.
Yeah, but we don't have to believe Billboard.
Yeah. It is not the official Gomad song of the summer. That's our buddy Jerry Green. Do that to
That's
me,
right.
baby.
You gotta love Jerry Green.
Welcome everybody, Grumpy Old Men After Dark. I'm Jason. We have Rob here as usual.
Hey,
Mr. Agent Valentine and Miss Renee Valentine, her triumphant return after dropping about 45 pounds of children.
I can't guarantee I'll always be here, but I'm here today. So
How is being a mom?
being a mom is it's like your life is not you anymore. It's about somebody else. So, and that's why I may have to leave it at any point. This podcast is taking a back seat, third seat.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, so, but it's exciting and everything's new, and I always tell Jay I don't know what I'm doing, cause like, do we put him to bed? I don't know, and I'm feeling I'm gonna be like that for the rest of my life. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
You know though, it's all instinct. It's pretty.
Yep.
As complex as people make it sound, it's pretty straightforward keeping them alive, but it's a very, very satisfying thing to keep another human being alive for a long time.
Like, hey, I didn't fail. It's awesome.
Right. So that's good. I'm sure JJ, being an old hat to him, he's giving you some good tricks of the trade and whatnot.
Oh man, but it's
Sometimes.
twins, though, man.
Sometimes he's also like, I don't know, and I'm like, I'm depending on you. You've done this before 3 times. Need you to help me out.
It's been 9 years. 9 years.
Anything where he says, and he says, I don't know, I think really what he's saying is, I don't care. Not that you don't care, just that like any particular decision may or may not be as important in your book as it was for
I'm
me.
like,
Yeah.
I do agree, JJ. You said twins are a whole different thing, and I can't even. I mean, I had my hands full with one. My wife and I had our hands full with one at a time.
Yeah.
Let alone 2 the same size at the same time with the same demands.
Right.
You guys are pretty lucky though. I think they're sleeping pretty much the same time, aren't they?
Yeah, we keep them on the schedule. That's the one thing that we're doing right.
Yep, they're on the same schedule. They eat at the exact same time. They go to bed at the exact same time. Every now and then, we let one nap and the other doesn't. But in general, they're on the same schedule.
That is
Good.
smart.
Yeah.
Well, and the reason the other one doesn't nap is because they probably already did for 20 minutes, or the other one's sleeping for an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, and plus they are different children, so one might need more sleep than the other. So
Right.
That's always possible.
That's cool. It's always a great adventure. Are you keeping up on your blog at all?
Renee is.
Yeah, I don't update it as much as I thought I would. I do it like once every couple weeks, but I'm gonna try to do it more. But I give a little update on what's been going on with them and everything, and I realized that because babies don't really get that dirty, so we weren't really changing their clothes. But then I realized we have all these clothes they're gonna grow out of, and I get to wear. So
I
I'm gonna
thought you
start
meant they
changing
were
their
working
clothes
the
more.
room blue or something. You said dirty. I was kind of confused.
No. Yeah, they yeah, so I'm gonna try to change their clothes more, and I have to say, whoever thought that putting babies in pants with no snaps, that's just dumb. But anyway, I did that today because they have to wear them at least once, darn it, because
You
they were
did that and you
gifts.
fed him a burrito, right?
Yeah. So it'll be interesting tonight. Jay says nope, they aren't wearing them when they go to bed at night because 3 a.m. trying to put some elephant feet pants back on.
Yeah.
I see it.
We're already re-swallowing them, and that's enough.
When my son was young enough to be in a crib and everything, our favorite thing to use was I don't even know what we called it. It was like the baby bag or something.
Straight jacket.
It was
The sleep
all
sack.
it was.
A sleep
sack.
sack.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's got armholes
Baby bag.
and then it just zips up.
Sleazak? Sleestack?
And sleep
Sleep
stack,
sack.
yes.
Fleece stack.
We loved it. Our son did not, unfortunately, but he got a fair bit of time in that.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I think we used that sleep sack as well. That was it was a great thing. So I'm glad to see you guys here. I know it was normally would be your in the past you guys have attended Dragon Con over the last weekend.
Right.
We attended the city that Dragon Con happens in.
You were in the
Yeah.
presence of Dragon Con.
Right. So a lot of people may or may not know that I have 3 other kids. I've talked about them on the show and stuff like that. But they live in Atlanta with their mother and stepdad and little brother. So um, since we hadn't been able to travel and they started up school pretty like the beginning of August. They hadn't had a chance to meet Maya and Zoe. So Renee and I decided, because I work from home now, I talked with my boss, and I was able to work from Atlanta. Um, and during the day, I got to go to eat lunch with my youngest, and I got to hang out with my kids every evening. And they got to come over and they hung out with Maya and Zoe, and they just came in and got the love right on them. So it was a good experience. It's just really nice to be able to get down there and see those guys, and it was just one big, blended family.
Yeah, it was great, and we can't wait to do it again. Even though it was insane, we still can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, they're 2 months old now? Almost 2 months old? Not quite.
Yep, almost 2 months old.
Yeah, my daughter, when she was born, we flew her home for her christening. So we flew back to Michigan. So that was an interesting thing. Same kind you talk about in staying. We ended up getting diverted into Detroit and had to lay over there. And we had nothing with our we didn't have our luggage or anything with us. I think I spent $300 in the gift shop in the hotel to buy clothes for everybody.
Wow.
And it was like Detroit themed things. It wasn't even like sports. It was like
God.
Detroit, the city of not really love at all, and Detroit
of
branded
RoboCop.
shorts. What's that?
The city of RoboCop.
That's right. So it was. Yeah, it's always interesting flying with the little ones. So, or you guys drove, I'm sure, down there, right?
Yeah, we drove. It's normally a 6.5 hour trip. It took 8.5, almost 9. So
Yeah, we had to stop and feed them 3 times going down, twice coming up, but 3 times going down. And I pumped breast milk on the road. Some people got an iPhone. They looked over at the right moment.
Did any truckers honk at you?
No, they didn't.
they get any honks, but I think the on the way back,
Yeah,
I think the school bus kids may have gotten
got an iPhone. It's natural.
Public
I mean-
education, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
I am
thinking
using it to feed my baby. It is.
And by public, I mean
natural.
in public education.
I'm thinking of the states that you had to drive through, and I think you're kind of lucky you didn't end up in arrested and on the front page of CNN this weekend.
Right.
And the thing is, though, they can't arrest me because I'm pumping breast milk.
Well, you never know. You get the.
But that doesn't stop
Water in
people from
Alabama.
making a fuss about it, though.
Yeah, it's true.
there's-
It's like you can feed your child anywhere you want to, Public.
undoubtedly, there's always that one guy who, every year somebody throws a big fit about that.
Yeah.
Right, and he's
No.
usually the sheriff.
You can be uncomfortable, that's fine, but you can't tell them they can't do it.
I should be like, do you want to know what it feels like to have engorged breast? I don't think so. I need to pump.
Wow.
I think probably 1 out of 3 of them probably does want to know what that feels like.
So what I won't do is I promise you I won't go back and take the soundbite and gorge your breasts and play it over and over again. I won't do that.
Okay, all right.
You're
Thank
welcome.
There's
you.
probably not going to be a ringtone of that.
Appreciate it.
It's that time. It's almost, people call it the end of summer. Here in Texas, we call it the beginning of second summer. This is when it starts to cool down and be nice summer. So we had a couple barbecues this weekend. But JJ, I heard you had some experience at Costco recently.
Oh yeah, so we bought a mattress from Costco probably 2 or 3 years ago, and it started sagging a little bit. So Costco return policy.
Yeah.
You take it back anytime, regardless. So I packed up the I ripped all the sheets off the bed yesterday, packed it up in the truck by myself, and then I drove to Costco. Pull up in Costco, unload it by myself, and I'm pushing it into Costco. They said, okay, yep, sweet, you get your money back. We're going to give you in-store credit, which that's fine because I'm going to pick up another one. And guess what? It's cheaper than what you paid for it. Oh, score.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get my little in-store credit, and I'm walking back there with my little flat bed. I get back there. There are no queen mattresses to be found.
Uh-oh.
Nowhere.
Oh, no.
No king mattresses.
No.
Only-
Oh my God.
Only full and twin mattresses.
Oh boy.
And I'm sitting there like, you have got to be shitting me. And so I stopped someone, and they called up front. Yep, we're out. I'm just like, really? You guys couldn't have told me that when I brought it back? I would have just loaded it back up and brought it back home.
I say I got to drag this shit back home now. Oh my God.
But I look over, and lo and behold, I see a 14-inch Nova Form. This the cheaper version of a Tempur-Pedic, pretty much.
Yep.
Right.
So they were like, well, you can get that, and then keep calling back because we should be getting some in next week, and then you can bring that one back.
Wow.
And get your box spring, right? So in this whole ordeal, so I went ahead and got it, brought it home. Of course, we didn't have a box spring, so it was sitting on the floor. So, do any of you guys have any memory foam type mattresses?
No, I don't.
I had a memory foam pillow.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, the memory foam mattress is an experience of its own because it's literally like sleeping in a bag of balls of the ball pit.
Wait, that kind of bag of balls.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Say,
something a
And
little
we've
more
all been to
hairy
some-
and rough.
We've all been to summer camp. I mean,
Hey,
Right, so it's like sleeping in a bag of balls at Toys R Us. So it's like
okay.
you
Really?
sink in and everything else.
Yes, and you can't roll over. You can't move.
You can roll over a little
Can you?
bit, but just a little bit. It depends on the firmness of the mattress.
Yeah. So every time I've laid on one of those things, you put your hand down and you go to like readjust, and all you do is push your hands through. You don't.
Yes, yes. So with it being at 14 inches off on the floor,
Yeah.
it's a task to get up.
Yeah. So in order, yeah, it's easier just to roll off onto the floor and stand up.
Yeah, there's a lot of rolling involved, right? Yeah.
So before we go to bed, I go up and I get the box spring from the guest room, bring it back, and I set everything up. Granted, cool. So we're trying to figure out if we want to, keep this, or we're going to buy a 14-inch platform. We're trying to see how it is. So during all of this time, I've been doing research. Have you guys heard of the website Sleep Like the Dead?
No.
It is a unbiased mattress review site. This site is utterly amazing, even to the point that they have a section that says mattress types and sex suitability.
Nice.
So the memory foam mattress is the worst mattress to have if you have an active sex life.
I
what
don't doubt that.
I can imagine is people try to move and nothing happens.
Well,
You
yeah,
don't actually gain anywhere. You just keep going.
they said one of the things they said. Okay, many positions. Many positions means the properties of this mattress allow for positions rarity. Those mattress types that are both. Hold on, what do they say? All right, so here are the advantages of sex on the memory foam mattresses. Can I read these?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. One, discrete sex. There's no there's no noise from the mattress itself.
Okay.
Okay.
Two is comfort. The mattress often gives enough so that knees, butt, elbows, hands, etc. don't get uncomfortable. This allows a person to stay in a certain position longer without fatigue or discomfort.
Nice.
It's great, wonderful. Yeah.
Number three. Number three, faster climax. The bed's traction or sinking in effect may allow for more efficiently of movement, resulting in faster and
Well,
easier climax.
I want to stop you right there because I want to know how the research for this occurred.
This is from so this is why they're unbiased because it's
Here,
reviewed
research, sources, and methodology. Here we go.
exactly.
Mhm.
I mean, these are from people that own these mattresses.
Mhm.
So, and number four, new different positions. The bed's traction or sinking in effect may allow people to have sex in positions that could not perform or not perform as well or easily on other types of the beds.
Oh my gosh.
This is true of high-density memory foam mattresses such as Tempur-Pedic models.
Did they go through the Kama Sutra and determine whether or not this would be
That's right.
possible?
So the next step,
Good
I haven't
congress
done
of the
yet.
sea snake is not possible.
So the next thing I have yet to do is to Google sex positions on memory foam mattresses.
Hold on. This is for research. Let's see.
Research purposes
Turn
only.
off the child filter.
Oh yeah, that dilemma. There is
I don't have to worry about that. Oh.
there is on myfoammattress.net. Apparently, there is an article called "Sex on Memory Foam Mattress."
Oh yeah. Huh.
See, if I go to images, pretty safe
No,
for work, safe for work. Yeah, there's nothing well, there's one on but that's on any. You can Google like oranges and go down far enough, you'll find
Right.
find
But anyway, so here's my advice for you guys. If you buy a mattress, if you buy anything from Costco that you really depended on, you might want to do a walkthrough first to see if they have the item you need before you turn it back in.
That is excellent advice.
So that was my Costco story.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, see, I can sleep on anything. So when Jay's like, I can sleep on it. It's fine. The only thing I don't like about the foam mattress, when I sit on the edge, it sinks. I don't like that. I like it to be able to support me when I sit on the edge. But other than that, I can sleep on anything. Yeah. I can sleep on a board.
Yeah, I like soft mattresses. Those are my favorite.
Here's what I don't get. Apparently, according to the Sleep Like the Dead thing, the overall satisfaction for mattresses, like the percentage rating, is inversely proportionate to the sex suitability rating. So, for example, memory foam has the highest sleep rating. It has the lowest sex friendliness rating. Inner spring has the lowest satisfaction for sleep and the highest satisfaction for sex.
Which spring is that?
The inner spring, the traditional mattress.
Yeah, traditional mattress.
Well, I'll never be getting memory foam.
I did not like the memory foam. We just recently bought a new bed and spent a fortune on it. We got the traditional inner spring, just because I couldn't handle the memory foam. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's going back. I really think it's going back unless something miraculous happens between now and then, and we keep it. But I highly doubt that we're keeping it. But it has made me look into bed platforms because there are some platforms where you don't have to use the box spring that are on Amazon that got some pretty good reviews, and that 14-inch clearance where that box spring is usually blocking it could be used for storage. So
Oh, nice.
I'm actually looking at looking at maybe getting one of the metal platforms from Amazon.
You know, in the process of researching hinges for the toy box, I looked at some giant bed hinges that are made for like swinging your bed up and out of the way. So
Right.
you could put storage underneath it.
Uh-huh.
Not the wall Murphy bed thing, but just like your whole mattress just flips up. And the example that they had was for like to put a gun safe under your bed. All right, come on.
How you gonna get to it when you need it?
You just flip the wife off and just
Oh.
go
Flip
for it.
the wife off and just go.
Yep.
Just flip the wife.
Flip the wife off, like flip her off the mattress.
What's that?
Yes.
Like
Flip
that.
her off.
Both.
Oh, I thought you meant just give her the finger and go for
right.
it.
Flip her off, then flip
Throw her
her
in front of the attacker. Hey, they're fine.
Get off, honey! I need my shotgun.
So, what have you guys been playing when you're in
Hold
your?
on. Sorry, before we get into games, I got a public service announcement. So and a story mixed together. So I got a call last Friday. I get home from work. My wife has me listen to this message on the machine, and it's this guy who said he's got a very strong accent. Was either Indian or Russian. I can't quite place it. So he says he's from the IRS, and I have been indicted for federal tax fraud, and I need to call them back immediately. It's extremely time sensitive, and so I listened to it a couple of times, and I mean the guy is just way overly aggressive, really overselling it, you know. And I've got to call him with the name of my defense attorney that I want to use and all this, and I'm like, okay, you know, first of all, if this is the IRS, they're not going to call you like that. Secondly, they don't move quickly on anything.
Right.
They may always get their person, but they certainly don't do it in a timely fashion. And third, you know, I know that I'm all fine with taxes. So I call the number back anyway. I normally don't feed the trolls, but this one I couldn't resist.
Right.
So I called him back and he answered, and so he gave me the whole spiel again, and I mean very, very pushy, really super aggressive. And so, you know, he identified himself, and I let him go on. And so I said, okay, so you're calling from the IRS. Yes, sir, I am. I need the number of your defense attorney. And I said, what's your federal ID number? Click. The dude hung up on me.
I don't know what a federal ID number is.
That's exactly right. I don't either. But I called his bluff on it, and he hung up on me.
Right. It's funny. Just you know, as a person who works for the federal government,
That's right. There's
you probably won't get a phone call from anybody. You will get a letter from somebody they really want to come after you, and they're going to
in
indict
fact,
you.
you'll get a dozen letters first. But, you know,
Yeah.
if they really want to get a hold of you,
If you're being indicted, you kind of have to be, you know, at least at a minimum, they had to attempt to have served you. You can't be indicted without knowledge. You know what I mean? That's not how it works in this country. So,
but apparently asking for the federal ID number is enough to turn them away. So
yeah, I saw your update. I was like,
yeah,
you know, it really doesn't take much to.
No, it doesn't. But although
get rid of
I
the
was
scammers.
surprised he hung up, because usually they'll just like discard it and just go on with their script, you know. But I mean, this guy just like he's out. And so
man, he must have been a freaking newbie. Like, man,
he was making a ton of calls, because my sister-in-law got the same call like the day before, the day after. So I mean, he was making calls in this area.
right.
And it was a DC phone number. Now I got the call. I got the same call the next day. And, yeah, it could be a Skype, land bridge, whatever it is.
But you could spoof it very easily.
Yeah, sure. But I got the same call the next day and tried to call him back again, and the number was disconnected. So they must, you know,
They move
have it for a
fast,
couple of
don't they?
hours and then move on. Yeah.
Apparently, you really scared him with that one. Apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it. I'd like to think so, but I doubt it.
You know, the sad thing is, the only reason these guys do these things is because it works.
Sure.
Right? People, I mean, what's going to end up happening is, this sounds a little bit more elaborate, but all this is some type of attempt to get personal information from you. specifically probably your social security number or a bank account number or something along those lines.
You think so? You don't think they're looking, because he never. I was kind of looking for what he was looking for, and he never asked me for any personal information. He never asked me for a bank number. He never told me like what I owe or what he says I owe. So there was none of that.
I think it's the long con. Maybe he's asking, can you send a check somewhere? Something there. Yeah. There's what else? What other reason would he have to do that? Oh, you think he's just screwing with you? I don't think he.
No. Certainly not. But I mean, I kind of wonder what the angle was. What the approach was. So.
Yeah. Well, it's the approach is somehow to get money out of you, regardless.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But by what vector?
Right.
So I guess the PSA part of this is simply, folks, don't ever give if somebody calls your house, don't ever give them anything for any reason. If it's the IRS, tell them you're happy to call the IRS and talk to somebody, no matter who it is. You never give them anything.
Or you'll be happy to come down to their office and talk to them, the local, the regional office. It's, I could tell you pretty much from the federal government standpoint, nobody's going to ask you for personal information like that.
No.
That they initiated, not like that. You get registered mail, you get especially if they're saying you're being indicted, you'll have an agent there. There's all kinds of things called due process that have to occur in order to go after you, especially from just about everybody. So. And
let me tell you, when you're in my tax bracket, you don't get indicted very often. I think
not for tax evasion.
They've got bigger fish to fry in that.
Yeah. You're not in the Wesley Snipes tax bracket, right? You're not.
That's right.
Or you're not holing up.
Snipes type, yeah.
Or you're not holing up in New Hampshire with a shotgun on your compound and saying, I don't recognize the federal government, kind of thing.
That's right. Your flag has gold fringe. You have no powers over me.
That's right. There's a technicality, I know, but bring it to the Supreme Court. That's freaking hilarious. So I was asking Valentine's, especially Miss Valentine, with the chitlins around there. Have you been able to
call my children chitlins?
I did. I've always called them.
That's a comment. No,
I'm kidding.
I knew the racist thing was coming. As soon as I said it, I'm like, oh, damn it.
No, I mean, I call them chitlins.
Is that a thing? People calling kids chitlins? I've heard chitlins.
It is. A friend of mine calls them that too.
Yeah,
I think it kind of came out of children's. And I think it just got shortened to chitlins.
I've heard of, chitlins. But anyway, go on. Are you asking what I've been playing?
Yeah, if
I'm
anything.
finishing your thing. Yeah, I have. Mr. Valentine here took it upon himself to purchase Diablo 3 for the PlayStation 4. Ooh. And we've been playing that a little bit.
How is it?
It is surprisingly good. The controls are very intuitive, and Jay always knows that I've always wished that I could play Diablo with the controller on the PC. They always said no, that would change how we want the game to play too much, and we don't want to do that. Well, F you, Blizzard. Anyway, so they put it out on PlayStation 4, and it's very intuitive, and I like it a lot.
Let me ask you this. For the control, how do the area of effect spells work?
What do you mean how the area of effect?
Like how do you aim them?
So basically, the way it is when you're playing, it has a arrow over the person's head that you're actually targeting, so you can kind of maneuver that way. Okay. I know Renee is playing a barbarian, and with the leap. If she just taps the leap, it leaps right in that same area that she's at. But if she presses and holds it, it leaps further out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Targets. Now I'm playing a Crusader, and it's sort of the same way with like my shield bash or my the one where you shoot up in the air and come down like Iron Man.
Yeah.
But that one is just a tap, but it targets onto who you have targeted.
So leap, if you just do a tap, you go to the enemy that is picked. Like you can tap to the enemy. Hold, you go the full distance.
Oh.
At
Okay.
least that's how, or it could be vice versa. But
Right. Okay.
that's
But yeah, you
you
get some
know,
control over where you're aiming.
yeah,
Right. Right.
and if you run, the other person auto runs. Like you don't have to do anything. Like you can
Oh, okay.
be lazy, and if you're just running somewhere, you just not do anything, and someone else and your character will just run along the edge of the screen. So
Right.
Okay.
so yeah, so everything is well done. Is there anything I don't like about it?
So some of the things that are different, you can roll. So that's how you
Yeah.
dodge. So when you use the right thumbstick to move, you actually roll out of spells. So you do like a tumble
Okay.
out of
Oh.
spells. They added the Nemesis system. So the Nemesis system is when you're sitting there playing, you hear a horn go off 3 times, and it goes off 3 times, and all of a sudden in your game is a this elite beast that you have to kill.
Oh,
And
wow.
this is the beast or nemesis from one of your friends that got slain by it. So
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
so if you kill the beast, he drops loot for you, and then you also get a gift for the person that got killed by it. So I actually had a couple of people that had killed my beast that had killed me, and they had sent me the gifts in the mail, and they were 2 great pieces of armor.
Nice.
You can, and then it's crazy. You can send money. So if you guys, so Rob, let's say you're playing and Jason has it. Rob, you have like 20 million gold, and you kind of like, and Jason's, just blowing his gold out. You can mail him gold. You can mail Jason some of your gold, man.
Nice.
You can't even
Nice.
do that on the PC version. You can,
Yeah, and and was it you could drop potions and someone? No, we didn't figure the potion thing out.
I mean, you can trade. I mean, you can trade gold. You can trade gems. You can just trade a lot of stuff that you can't
Nice.
do in the PC version.
Yeah, and um, of course you like. Do you know how you have to hold shift to not move when you attack? You don't have to do that.
Right.
Yes.
You automatically don't move when you attack.
Okay.
You just stand there and attack, and you can move your stick if you wanna move. So I mean, it's really nice, and of course you have to wait if somebody else is checking their inventory, and
Oh,
when
yeah.
when you go in, it's a wheel. Everything's a wheel. Your
Okay.
spells are on a wheel around you, and you hit the tab, the top right or left button, and your skills, your inventory up there, and everything's on a wheel. Your equipment is on a wheel. Um, too, and if if you have something new, it shows up with the star. Whether you get a new rune or a new helm or something like that. So, um, I like it. I do.
Nice.
What else have I been playing? I've been playing Doki Doki Universe because I was looking for something to play when I'm up at 3 a.m. and I'm pumping and I don't have anything else to do. Uh,
How is that game? I have it. I have not played it yet.
it is so easy. I think it's a kid game, to tell you the truth. It's just something to pass the time. But I think kids would love it. There's a lot of reading. So if you're trying to get your kid to read, that's a great game to do it because you read and you read some more. But it's cute, but it's not challenging in the least. But I like the art style. The art style is kind of like scribble knots. Is that kind of art
Okay.
style? But I think kids will really like it. It'll be great for maybe eight to 10 or 11, maybe even 12-year old might like it. So
Nice. Well,
and it's very tame.
I would let them play that if they were allowed to touch my PS Vita, but they're not. So there you go.
Oh, come on!
Oh no, no, no.
You're such a
The, the
mean
filth,
dad.
the filth monster, the filth monster. No, it's not
You
happening.
have him wear white gloves while he plays.
Yeah. So back to Diablo. So I take it you guys said earlier before off air that patch 2.1 did not release for the console.
No, no.
Is it going to? Are they going to do seasons?
I don't think so because the way that they, it's weird, man. Because you have some people like myself that bought the disc, and you have some people that download it. I mean, that's why they end up coming out with the Ultimate Evil Edition, which included, Reapers of Souls, because the original Diablo didn't have it. And that was one of the complaints saying, why are you guys doing this? Can't you just upgrade what we have?
Yeah.
And apparently the answer so far is no.
Hmm.
So I don't think they'll get seasons. I mean, but some of the things they do have, that like I said, they do have like the Nemesis systems. I got to go back and look at some of the other stuff they have. I know for the PS, they have the cesspool, but I think the cesspool is also in. No, the
That
cesspool is in
cesspool's
2000.
in 2-1.
All right,
It
thank
is.
you. But on the PS4 version, they do have the Last of Us clicker rift. So from the Last of Us. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So, Rob, are you familiar with what seasons are for Diablo 3? Have you seen this yet?
No, I haven't heard that.
So, what they've instituted, and it started last Friday, is seasons. And what it is you go and you start a brand new character,
Okay.
right? Brand new. And um, you start playing it, and it's in season. It's a seasonal character.
Now,
So,
is this only in Reapers?
yes.
Or is okay?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it would that make sense because rifts are involved and stuff. So what you do is you start off and you're at level 0 and you work your way up all the way throughout the season. You play. You don't. None of your gold transfers over. None of your gear transfers over. None of the gems. Nothing that you have from your regular game goes over to this. Goes over to. But this character. So as you go up, you get all the achievements for this character reset. So you get seasonal achievements for all the stuff, and basically what you're trying to do is there's a couple of things. You go onto a leaderboard based on your achievement, how many achievement points you've gotten.
Okay.
So the achievements add up over time, and you get certain things. And then also there's new achievements called conquests. And so let's say you're the first person to get level 70 in America. You go on the top 1,000. You're number one ever, forever on the leaderboard. You get a certain special type of what's say thingamabob would be good. So you get
Okay.
a title or a banner thing, and
Yep.
so you go through that. But then the other piece is they've introduced greater rifts. Did you do any of the rift stuff?
No, I don't have Reaper.
You don't have Reaper of Souls?
No.
So the rifts and JJ Renee, those are when you get in the torment mode, you can collect. Can you guys hear that in the background or no?
Yeah, that's Zoe snoring.
Oh, okay. That's my weather alert radio went off downstairs, but it doesn't look like you can hear it in the background. I'm just
sorry, I
watching
thought
the
you meant-
recording.
I'm
No.
sorry.
No, I can't hear the snoring. That's actually delightful. The snoring.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually muted, so it wasn't.
Sorry, I thought that's what you meant.
No, it's fine. And so what it is, you had rifts in there. You go clear the rifts and whatnot, but now you have things called greater rifts where you get these key fragments, and you can clear them. And the rifts are crazy, dude. There's thousands of enemies, and the whole point of a rift is you kill all these enemies, and it spawns a rift guardian, and then you have to try to kill the guardian. And then so now they have greater rifts, which are another time things, and if you beat those time things, you get either a piece of legendary gear, and if you don't buy it, you get a legendary gem.
Okay.
Right.
And the gems are upgradable, so every time you don't do it, you can upgrade the gem a level. Every time you don't complete it, you can upgrade the gem a level or two or something like that. Which those gems can get really, really freaking powerful.
Yeah, but there's been some people that said that because it's only for the amulet and the rings right now, that
Oh,
it's
that's right.
not worth the socket in them for right now.
Yeah.
But there has been right now of course there's a loophole right now. So when you do the rift and you get the trial fragment.
Yep, the trial fragment. Yeah.
So if you're gearing up your character, get the trial fragment, go into the trial. Once it starts, teleport back to the city and just wait for the time to run out. Then you're gonna get a level 1. You're gonna get a level 1 greater rift, which is really easy. You're gonna burn through it, and you're gonna rack up on legendaries at the end.
Oh wow.
Huh.
Smart.
So that's an excellent way to gear up your character. And then what you do is when you get to the end where you can either upgrade your rift item or upgrade your thing. You just want to upgrade your rift item once to like level 2,
Right.
and kind of keep it low, and you kind of do the system that way. So that
So what you're just basically grinding it as so you can upgrade your gems.
right, right. So it was. I was reading about it. I was like, people always find a way.
Always.
Always
yeah.
find a way.
It was amazing how fast people got some of the conquests are very tough. One
Right.
of them, getting level 70, people did it very, very fast, which I'm not surprised, because you can't play with existing characters, Rob. You have to do seasonal
Right.
characters.
Yeah, yeah.
But the ones that were crazy to me, like kill Asmodan on Torment 6 solo, it's just like
Wow.
holy crap. But so what that means is not only do you have to have the character up to 70, I don't know, level 6 solo, you probably need 200 or 300 what are they called, the not
Paragon.
paragon levels.
Well,
Right,
I mean, it
right.
really depends on their gear. It's mostly gear. The Paragon levels, they do help a lot, but it's mostly you're going to have to be lucky with the drops. You
Yeah,
know.
that's true. So I rolled the witch doctor for the first time, and holy crap, is that an overpowered class.
Oh
It,
yeah.
When you said that, all I heard in my head is I rolled a witch doctor for the first time. Anyway.
tell me what to do. I rolled the
Yeah,
witch doctor.
that's my favorite class.
It's amazing. I had like 17 things on screen. I don't have to do anything, and everything dies.
How many pets? Like, did you go the pet route?
Yeah, and I haven't really done a whole lot of looking up because I'm playing it hard to once through to level up my character. But I have a gargantuan all the time. I have he has a chance to summon zombie dogs, so I
Yep.
always have four, and the skill that adds a zombie dog. So I have four zombie dogs always up, and then I have the one that can potentially spawn the fetishes with the knives.
Yep.
So always have two of those up just about, and then I have fetish army as a skill. So every like 120 seconds or 60 seconds, however long it is, I can have like 19 of those things. They they just destroy elites. You push that button and it's gone. They're done. It's over with.
Yeah, and I'm glad they fixed the fetishes because when you did the fetish army, when you had the fetish psychopath trait, when you did the fetish army, it overwrote the other fetishes that you had
Oh really?
spawned.
So you only have four instead of six
Yeah,
or
well, I
seven,
mean,
whatever it
the
is.
max number you could get with the one that spawns is 15. You can get 15 if you're using Rain of. I usually get 15 by using Rain of Toads. It's-
Oh really?
yeah, Rain of Toads is the spell.
All right, we'll have to look back at Rain of Toads. I had Rain of Toads. Is there do you need a certain glyph on Rain of Toads?
Well, I mean, if you do the Toad one, the glyph is Rain of Toads, where it actually
Oh yeah,
pours
yeah.
it
Yeah.
pours the toads down on the people, and you're not just throwing toads out; they're bouncing all over the place. But this one is actually a directed spell, and
Yeah.
it leaves a pool of poison, you know, where it splats and stuff like that. So
Well, yeah, the Rain of Toads is the only worth a crap toad spell because the toads
correct.
just go all over the heck. I'm like, what is the point of
Well,
this?
unless you have there is one item. I think it is either a weapon, a dagger, or a ceremonial knife, or a mask that actually causes your toes to blow up and keep going, or something like that. And it's very helpful, and it makes it a viable build.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, so
Yeah, that's that witch doctor is freaking unbelievable. That's fun. It is just
well, you haven't
fun.
seen Renee in Torment 6 with her witch doctor. She has the full jade set.
Really?
She goes in, she dots up everything, and does a piranado, sucks everything in, and she does a soul
Nice.
harvest, and everything just blows up.
And every time it happens, I
You're muted, babe.
I can't.
Muted. You're
Um,
muted.
crap, that's the thing. Sorry about that. Every time I do it, it's so funny. I just start giggling because it's like
What does Soul Harvest actually do? I can't figure it out. It's
it
not.
depends on the rune. It can, I think it can make you cause more damage to them. It
So it
can.
increases your so the number of
Oh yeah, thanks.
number of enemies that are in your vicinity when you cast it, it increases your intelligence, X amount. I can't
Wow.
remember per. So, but with the full Jade set, when you do Soul Harvest, it consumes your dots from Haunt and Infestation or whatever it is,
Right.
Infest. It consumes those and it pretty much sets it off. It's like the Warlock Seed of Corruption, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
but
we're
it's
good.
it's a controlled one because you actually set the bomb off.
Oh, dude, I am going to try that. That
So,
sounds like it'd be awesome.
but you need the
The
six
Jade set,
piece
though.
you need a 6 piece Jade set. I have the 6 piece Jade set. I got the straight six. Renee has the ring, and so but she also has a six set. But there's a mask that's the Quetzalcoatl or whatever the chicken god name is.
Yep.
It's that one that increases the amount your dots do by 100% or something like that. So
And
that is crazy.
I actually credit Jay for helping me with that because he was the one that saying, hey, you need to get this, not this, and he's a master at that. So if you need help, I would ask him.
He is a theory crafter, man. He helped me a lot early on with the monk and stuff, so that's really cool. The other thing I did pick up on is the Enchantress with Hex is about the greatest companion you can have. Like
Yes.
everything turns into damn chickens on the screen. It's unbelievable, and the elites aren't immune to it. It's great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, that and the dude, it's just crazy. Most of the time, I roll with her sometimes, but if I'm blowing through stuff, I usually take my the the Scandal. I take him
Okay.
instead because just for more DPS. But then there's sometimes if I'm going to some harder stuff, I'll take the Templar for the heals and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. I mean, there's just so much stuff. It's
Nice that the seasons are really nice. I like that a whole lot. What the whole point is, at the end of the season, I think everybody's getting a piece of transmog gear, right? And there's gonna as seasons go on, you're gonna get more and more of the set.
right. So these items that come out during the season, they will be available to everyone else after the season, though.
Right.
So like they have, the two-handed weapon for a crusader, a monk, fist weapon, ceremonial dagger, a wand. Well, no, it's a crusader shield. And but yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff that's out there that they have out there for people
Yeah.
to be able to get early.
As ho hum as Diablo was when it first came out, man, they've really knocked it out of the park by changing this game and turning it into something that's gonna last a long time. I think.
Now, how much of that do you think the responsiveness? How much do you think of that was forged in World of Warcraft? I mean, their ability to change like core game dynamics, which ordinarily is unheard of in a release title like that. They seem to be unflinching in their ability to roll those kind of things out.
I think. Oh, go ahead, Jason.
No, I was just say they do it just about uh, every expansion for World of Warcraft, and
Right,
I
but I mean,
think
as far which is understandable for an MMO, but for a
yeah.
release title like that, I mean, that's virtually unheard of to change a core game dynamically, and they've done it several times and done it really
I
well.
mean, I
Yeah.
mean, look at. I mean, I think it's the following of. I see that is the some reason that's the secret sauce of Blizzard. I don't
Yeah,
freaking understand it. I mean, they do it with StarCraft, they do it with Diablo, they do it with World of Warcraft.
yeah,
Be it I don't know if it's fanboyism or what, but they know how to, they listen and they see where people are doing stuff and it's kind of like these items are dropping and people's just trashing them or they're doing something.
right,
They're kind of like, that we want people to experience everything, but
right,
sometimes it gets to the point where it's like people are like it makes it easy like in World of Warcraft. People are like,
right.
you're dumbing the content down so that everybody can see it. But I don't know. I feel like for some odd reason, I've been playing and I feel overpowered. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm even
Oh
more
yeah.
OP than I was before. So I don't know what they changed because Torment 6 for my Demon Hunter was a little too easy. So
Yeah,
I
you
don't
were
know what
tearing it
happened.
up in Torment 6, the Demon Hunter.
Well,
That turret build was unbelievable.
it's it's crazy now. I don't understand it. I don't know if they made rifts easier because they put in the greater rifts. I don't know. I don't know, man.
I'm interested to see how the Greater Rifts shake out because I think, that was one of the conquest things. So the Greater Rifts now have 30 levels, right? And there's 1,000 people already that in less than a freaking 5-day period have gotten through level 30 on the Greater Rifts, which is pretty amazing. I'm like, do you people
Well,
sleep?
well,
But
no,
there's
they gamed the system. I read somewhere. I forgot how they did it, but they gamed it somehow because people are complaining about it already.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it was a lot quicker than I thought. Like something like that would take. I figured that would be a significant challenge, especially if just the amount of gear that you have to collect to be able to do those things.
Right.
Just the survivability on the gear, you requires
Right,
you to have high level gear.
right.
So
And
that's
I mean, I kind of like the seasons. I haven't. I started the character and then I deleted it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do one. I may go back and start one. But the thing is that because I'm playing on the console also, it's kind of like, oh, I'm
yeah.
starting another character, for seasons, even though I may get the gear. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I was actually queued up to play with some other people, but they're not doing it now. So
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I'm doing it at least for another week because you know what happens a week from today,
what's
right?
that?
Oh, a week from yesterday.
Football.
Nope. Even better than football.
Oh, Destiny.
Destiny comes out.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
yeah. And Rob is not looking right now, but yep, it's just right around the corner. I think next Tuesday night we'll be trying to rush through the show so we can get back on the saddle for Destiny. Well, I really wish, when we talk about game releases, I really wish game releases were on a day other than Tuesday. Like they came out on a Friday or something along those lines, so you actually had some time to play with them. So Tuesday's good, but that just means I'm gonna be tired at work on Wednesday. And I hope folks who are out there on PlayStation or excuse me, Xbox One. Um, uh, I think Rob, I think you're all in. Did you pre-order Destiny?
I have not yet, but I'm planning on it.
Gift cards galore. There are gift cards galore out there
Oh yeah.
for that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what I got out of it. I think I got an Amazon gift card when I pre-ordered it. I think
Oh really?
No,
Did
I
you get
pre-ordered it on Bungie's site. What's that?
Did you get the enhanced edition or the regular edition or what?
Just the digital regular edition, $60
Okay.
edition.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna have to step out. Jay will be right
Okay.
back. But
All right.
take care of some babies. It was nice hanging with y'all for a little bit.
We'll
Yeah,
see
we'll
ya.
see you next
You almost made it all the way. Great job.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
And actually, I've got real life happening here too, so I'm gonna have to back out as well. Which I think Jay has gone too. Um,
Well, you get the solo show for about 4 minutes.
my son is coming with a late summer bug in the eye incident, so I've got to go do some irrigation.
Was,
So
was he riding his hummingbird speeder
yes,
without a helmet, without a face mask
Yes.
on?
Yep. I've told him a million times. Gotta get those goggles on. Those steampunk goggles, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I hope it's not permanent.
Yeah, I think you'll be all right.
Hi, William. How's the eye? All right, man. Well, you know what? It's
Let's
it's
wrap
about
it.
that
Yeah, we're
time.
about an hour.
We can wrap it. It's 53 minutes. Plenty of
Yeah.
time for you people. So if you're looking for us around, Rob, where can I find you at?
You can find me mainly on Steam and come next week more on Xbox Live, but find me Robot Spider on either place.
It's our triumphant return to Xbox Live, really.
That's right.
We haven't really had a ton to play ever since Assassin's Creed 4.
Not a ton to play, and also not a lot of motivation to play. Really, I mean, there hasn't been
Yep.
a compelling title yet. So yeah, Destiny hopefully will change that.
Absolutely.
telling you, if you guys want to get that co-op experience with the kids and stuff, and if you don't mind your kids playing Diablo 3, I think it's a good family game. I mean,
Is
because
it
like I said, the co-op is pretty cool.
Is
is it
it?
two or four players?
It can do up to 4.
Okay.
Oh
That would
boy,
be
that would be
freaking
crazy.
chaos.
Yeah, because you
Speaking
have.
of
Go ahead.
speaking of which, Gauntlet, the reboot of Gauntlet on Steam has been delayed until the 27th of this month. So we're all paid up and ready to go, but we won't get to play until the 27th. So just FYI.
Yep, I
Yeah.
had a brand new 40-inch monitor here waiting to play some Gauntlet.
Nice.
So you really got a 40-inch monitor?
What I bought is I bought a 1080p TV, 1080i TV, and it's a smart LED TV.
Uh-huh.
So what we were trying to do is we have a laptop downstairs that had a broken screen, and we wanted to put so the kids can use it for school. We wanted to put a monitor on there.
Right, right.
So I went, well, it was on sale at Best Buy for like $280. So I'm like, well, a monitor's about $200 anyway, so this is another $80. We get 40 inches. I can put the cable through it if we need. A lot of options there. So we picked it up, and so it's not a really great TV, but it looks really nice here, and
What brand is it?
Insignia.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's
Yeah,
don't sleep on Insignia. I mean, because
no,
I have a Dynex sitting over here.
hey man,
That's hey, is it LCD or LED?
LED.
Now I'm curious to see how your eyes will be. After a bit. How close is it?
Well, when I play games, it's a little farther away, but here it's probably 2.5 feet right now. I
Oh,
probably need to figure out how to get a little farther back from it. It's pretty close.
yeah, because I know
Um,
when Scott had the bigger screen, he had some issues.
yeah,
Um,
I can get farther back if I need to. I just need to figure out the sweet spot with it. It's really good. I bought it at Best Buy. I did the whole store pickup thing. Ordered it online. I
right.
went over there, grabbed it, came back here. Best Buy's a couple miles from the house. It's right there. I got it home, pulled it out. The freaking screen was shattered.
What?
Don't know how it happened. The screen it was shattered, and it looked like something heavy had been maybe laid on top of the box.
Uh-huh.
The box was in good shape, but like something maybe pushed on it, or the guy who I returned it to said a lot of times, sometimes if they sit in a truck too long, it's really hot down here.
Uh-huh.
It can expand and pop that way. But I brought it back, and they literally, I brought it back. These guys even saw me because they carried it out. They're like, "What are you doing?" I said, "It's broken. It can't possibly be broken." They looked at him like, "Wow." 5 minutes I was in there returning it. That's how as long as it took.
Man,
It was fantastic. It was
there
fantastic.
there may be a site that you can actually look at to see where exactly you should have, where should that, how
How
far
far away
should
it
it
should be.
be,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure if you want to buy some um,
Gunner
gunner
glasses.
gunner glasses.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe you need to do that to.
Well,
I know
already
on Woot they're on sale.
already playing on playing Diablo on it's amazing.
Okay.
Just having it so much bigger, because I'm used to a 20-inch. I had two 20-inch monitors,
Right.
so that's nice. And the other thing I'm kind of thinking of is that all the men in my family about my age, their vision starts going on them.
Right.
They need reading glasses and whatnot, and I've been doing all right. So I figured I get the bigger screen too. I can maybe save that a little bit, but I think I've got to get it in the right spot. And figure that all out. But it's good, man. I recommend it. If that's your thing, what it does for me is like it's changed the PC gaming experience almost into a console experience.
Huh.
Because that's one of the things I always had a problem with. You got the small screen. Playing a game like Titanfall and stuff like that. It's awesome to play on that, but it doesn't feel as epic.
Right.
And you put it on the big screen, you're like, well, this is all right. This is pretty. I have yet to fire up WoW on it yet. I can't wait to see what that looks like.
Okay.
You see more detail. You know what I mean? What's that?
Yeah, you have me looking at 32-inch and 40-inch monitors now. So, but I've been spending a lot of money on camera equipment. So,
I see that you are a photogenic bastard lately.
dude, so I was able to score a very good deal on a $700 camera.
Really?
A listener of our show happens to work for a company that sells cameras.
off the back of a truck. You know what I'm saying? It's fine.
No,
It's fine. It's okay.
no,
Cash only. Cash only.
so this is the season. So this is the time of the season when they start announcing new models in camera.
Right.
And so apparently the one that I got, $700 camera, I ended up paying 160 for it.
Whoa.
And so it's an interchangeable, and the sweet part of it is it's a mirrorless camera. It's not a your traditional DSLR. It's mirrorless. It's quieter. It's lighter. It's like a DSLR, but with a point and shoot almost type body. But you
Right.
can change out the lenses and stuff. So I got that, and been taking pictures and enjoying it a lot. Last Friday, because I was down in Atlanta, before I left, I went to KEH Cameras, which is the world's largest um, site where you can buy and sell used camera equipment. So I ordered my first lens, which was $169.
More expensive than your camera.
More expensive than my camera. I feel like I'm messing with printers now. See, I think that's the other thing. Is like buying these lenses. I'm kind of like, you know, I paid less for my camera, but it came with a lens and everything else. But I got a 35 millimeter lens. It's a Sigma. It's like the Sony equivalent, which the Sony version is like almost $500.
Oh wow.
And it lets in more. The Sony one lets in a little bit more light, but I'll settle for this one for 300.
Yeah, no
$300
doubt.
less.
Yeah.
So I picked that up, and dude, it is freaking fantastic, man. You know, I'm just it's a difference between night and day. It's
What?
fast. I went golfing with a friend on Saturday, and so I took some, because it has the continuous shooting. I
Yep.
helped him trigger down while he was doing his swings while we were on the course, and he wanted to see how his swing was. So he was actually seeing where he was tucking his arm in too much, and he was
Oh
pulling.
really?
Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
What so now what's the missing link here is a printer, right? Or do you have a nice photo quality printer?
Yeah, I'll Shutterfly, dude. I have
Shutterfly?
no qualms doing Shutterfly. It makes it easy for me to be able to, upload, send it straight to my mom, my grandma, and other family members. Yeah, I'm not trying to print anything here.
Yeah, we've used Shutterfly in the past. I've been pretty happy with it, but I don't print out pictures very often anymore.
Right. And
Every occasionally, but that's it.
yeah, the only reason I do is because I have family members that aren't on Facebook. They're like, send them to me. Because I'm not on Facebook to see it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So now you just got to invest in storage for all
Oh
these
yeah,
freaking giant megapixel pictures you're taking now.
yeah. Because the camera does do RAW, which is where you have like a 2 megabyte or 4 megabyte file, but when it does RAW, I mean it captures it, it pulls in more details and everything else, and it actually is like a 22 meg file now. So, but the thing is though,
Yeah.
like I take a lot of pictures, but I delete a lot of pictures also.
Right.
So I've been looking, to pick up a class, try to do a class or something like that with I'm thinking about trying to find a class to do.
Oh yeah. So a few years ago, I got my wife a camera, a whole setup, a camera, a few lenses, and a bag and everything. But I also got her lessons. She went to local community college
Uh-huh.
over in Maryland, and the guy who taught the class was a retired photographer for National Geographic.
Huh.
Which, by the way, National Geographic is the gold standard of photography.
Right, right.
Right. I just remember as a kid, even that looking at I haven't seen a National Geographic magazine in a long time, but I just remember the pictures in those magazines were unbelievable.
Right.
So yeah, she said it was really, really It was a really cool class. You really enjoyed it. Had got a lot of good ideas, a lot of good pointers, and it's a lot of it's simple stuff, right? It's how to set the camera. I mean, you look at the top of a camera, right, and it's there's so much on there. You know, you can I'm sure yours you can set like shutter speed and all the other stuff, you know, on it, and you know, you got macro settings and all this other stuff, and it's just learning how to use it and when to use it, you know, and how to experiment with it. So it worked out pretty well, man. It was pretty cool. So yeah, that'd be a cool thing to take a class.
Yeah.
So, well, I think we're probably pretty good. We're about an hour. I know there's some. It sounds like it's dinner time over there at the Valentine household.
Yeah, I do want to apologize to our listener for the baby interruptions and me failing to realize that there's a mute microphone in Google Hangouts. So I didn't drop the baby. I forgot my headset was on and I pulled the mic with me. So.
You know, it's funny you say that because I think it was kind of, you know, there's something going on at Rob's place too, and every time I'd start getting ready to ask a question, I'd look, and I'd see 3 freaking mics muted, and nobody looking at me. I'm going, they have no idea what I'm talking about. I gotta ramble a little bit.
No, I could hear you. I knew exactly what was going on. Unless I was up and I had my headphones on. Let me tell you, working at home, you learn to leave your mic mute until someone asks you something.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So you know. What I need to find out, though, what would be really nice is if Google Hangouts had a hotkey to mute quickly.
Yeah, like a push to talk almost, or the other way around. Yeah.
I don't even want to push to talk. I just want a quick key. You know, like on my headset at work, I double tap the earpiece, it mutes it. I get that boop boop boop. You know, okay, I'm muted. I can go pee now.
All right. Hey, well, Rob already gave his sign off. Where can they find you folks when you guys aren't here?
You can find us at ValentineCast.com. You can also follow and find out what's going on with us at through Renee's blog, ValentineMom.com. We also have a Facebook page. It's ValentineCast out there. You can check us out on our Twitter site, on Twitter, ValentineCast, the Cowboy, or the Ice Pro. I want to thank everyone for their support and being great listeners to us here at Grumpy Old Men After Dark.
All right, folks, you can send us a self-addressed stamped envelope. No, that's not right. If you're looking for me, you can look at Gomad Show on Twitter. You can send us an email at gomadshow@gmail.com. Obviously, you go to gameafterdark.com and check us out there. We need to do some significant revamping of that site, so we're going to probably be working on that at some point. But you know how life is. I'm sure you guys have the same life as we do, and it's busy as all get out, and we do everything we can to put this show out at a minimum. So you can check me out on Xbox Live starting at Destiny next week, Lothar77 there, and Shaky Lake 77 just about everywhere else except for PSN. We're on Shaky Lake 777 because apparently there was 776 other Shaky Lakes before me. So, all right, folks. So, we're great to have you here. And for Rob, for JJ and Renee, I'm Jason, and we'll see you in game.
Peace.
And we are out. Whew.
Nice.
Whew. Juggling. Every day we're juggling. Very good.
Sorry about that, man.
Dude, don't worry about it. It's fine. No, I'm not concerned at all. No big deal. Hello. Say hi, Mr. JJ.
Hi.
Hi. How you guys
hi.
doing?
He says hi.
Hi.
What are you guys doing laying on me? Why don't you let me be a second? You guys supposed to be showering or changing clothes or something? No? You sure? Huh? Oh, we're not doing that right now. But thanks. So.
Tell them what happened. I passed.
You passed?
I'm in hockey now.
You're in hockey. Too bad they're closing that ice rink.
But I'm going to another one.
I think so. We'll have to find out where to go. So, yeah, the Dallas Stars, by the way, dude, they're dead to me. You guys,
Who's dead to you?
the Dallas Stars, the hockey team. So
What was that?
apparently, what happened? We got a really nice ice rink here in town. It's a two rink place, and apparently, really the way they stay open. Isaac out. You can talk to me in 5 minutes. I'll come down and talk to you. And apparently, one of the ways they stay open is they have a hockey program that's associated with the Dallas Stars, but it's called I think it's called DAHA or something like that. It's the Dallas Area Youth Hockey League, Dallas Area Hockey Association, and something happened, and they got all ticked off at the rink, and they basically pulled their support of the rink.
Wow.
So the rink doesn't have a program anymore, and it's really kind of screwy because I guess they had some. Well, so this is the kind of stuff they had. So they got a big travel team there. They've got and a couple of the guys used to play semi-pro hockey, right?
Mhm.
Which doesn't mean anything. They could be idiots. And they were telling like one of the ladies I was talking to, her son plays a couple years older than my son, and in the summertime he wanted to play roller hockey, right? No
Right.
big deal. We played a lot of I played hockey growing up and stuff, and then roller hockey not a big deal. And they said no, he shouldn't play roller hockey, and actually recommend against it because his skills will deteriorate. He won't. It's not the same thing. I'm like, yeah, it is. It doesn't matter. So stuff like that, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but they had to write a letter, basically all the parents. This was the last night. They've been going skating there since we moved here.
Right.
My Meredith's been skating since she was 4 or 5.
Wow.
So, and Ike was ready to start playing hockey, and now it's all gone. So we're gonna have to find something else to do. But I live in Texas, and people are crazy about sports here.
Right.
Like dumb crazy about little kids in sports.
Uh-huh.
So you got to watch it sometimes because sometimes they're like, oh, your kid. They in a couple of the schools around here, they actually recommend you hold your kid back, so he's a year older when he goes. So he's a year older when he goes through sports. So he's physically bigger and stronger than everybody
I
else.
heard that. They've been doing that for years, man.
I know they've been doing it for years.
I think that's a Southern thing. I think because they did that shit. I remember them doing that shit when I was in school.
It's funny too. Some of these kids, though, you see like, especially the kids coming out and playing basketball, going to Kentucky and some of the big programs.
Uh-huh.
They're 17. They look like they're 27. They're huge. They're unbelievably huge kids, and very developed and stuff. You just wonder about maturity at that point. But
Right.
I can't imagine my kids are doing great in school. I can't imagine holding them back to
Yeah.
repeat a grade just so they can be better at just so they can be better at a sport. It's like Ike wanted to play football. I'm like, there's no, and I'm a big, obviously I love football, right? And
Right.
I was like, there's no way you're playing football in Texas until you're much older.
Mhm.
These guys are crazy. You'll have freaking brain damage by the time it's over with. The way these guys are, there's not going to be a hitting, but we're going to teach kids how to lead with their helmet. I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
So I just don't have time. Don't have time for that. So.
Ain't no time for that.
Hey, nobody got time for that. So.
Ain't no time for that.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. My dinner's getting cooked. I gotta get ready for this draft coming up here. I'm the commissioner now, so you know how that is.
All right, man.
So it'll be fun. What's that?
I said you take it easy, man.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.